What am I even talking about? Hello, gamers! It's the Game Fairy, and this is the Game Fairy podcast where I play great games for on the go. And in this episode, we are ready to read round 2 of the poems from Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. So let's go ahead and we are going to go down the line. Let's start with Sayori's poem. Sayori is silent. Link? I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. A serious expression.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels this way, so...
No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems.
Whoa! Link is bold. Gamers, that literally took me out of it. Holy moly.
It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
Sayori is shocked. Wah, wah, wah.
Stop thinking weird things, idiot.
All right, there he goes.
I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life?
So I guess he's demeaning to others and himself. Write that down, gamers. We're taking notes.
But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking.
Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself.
Therapy, please.
We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
Sigh. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori?
Boy, this dude is out of control.
I pat Sayori's head.
Hey, Sayori blushes. I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Link. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. A soft expression.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Oh, Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Sigh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really? Sayori says, surprised, bopping up.
Snap!
Ah! I broke my pencil! Sayori cries.
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it.
Okay, gamers, and we see Sayori's second poem, titled Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumbs and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Oh, girlie, that was beautiful. Let's go.
Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that.
Sayori looks pleased with herself.
It's almost kind of creepy.
What?
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Okay, this is a writing PSA. Gamers, you better have your pens and pencils out, writing along.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Ah, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Yeah, leave her hyperfixations alone, bro. Okay, so we have Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. But we're going down the line, so next up is Natsuki. Click. Oh, and we see Natsuki.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? Phew? What?
Anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment?
Natsuki thinks.
Glad to see someone recognizes my experience.
We see tiny pointed teeth from Natsuki's mouth.
Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
Whoop. You think so?
Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength.
A smile.
But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Natsuki with a call out. I'm with you, girl.
Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
Dang, I need a sheet of paper.
Here.
Yeah, we got the ASMR gamers. And we see Natsuki's poem titled Amy Likes Spiders.
You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Not me kind of feeling that one. Ooh, my eyes are a little wet. Why did that hit me like that? That's pretty deep. I think that's a great job, Natsuki.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter.
It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people found out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy?
Yeah, like furries.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it.
All right, Natsuki, I did really enjoy her poem, but we gotta make some space for Yuri now. Click. And we see Yuri. Let's see what you have written for today. Yuri is silent. Well done, Link. Your skills are already improving.
Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poems to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And Yuri had her hands tightly together, and now they're by her side as she smiles, eyes closed. And write down the feelings you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. Yuri blushes and looks softly.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem.
And we see Yuri's poem. It's titled The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice my bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again.
Okay, girl, it's gonna take me a moment to process that, but I'm gonna say you got star power. I think I'm sending you to Hollywood, Yuri. You're going.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, Yuri's eyes open. I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh? That's funny.
Yuri's silent.
Didn't Natsuki write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Ooh.
She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's
right. A fire in Yuri's eyes.
I mean, does she really feel that way? Yuri says, embarrassed.
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Yuri embarrassed once more, sweat beading on her face.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay, Yuri relaxes. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
And that leaves us with Miss Monica, the last one. Click. What's it gonna be? Hey, Monica.
Hi again, Link. How's the writing going?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that. One hand on her hip. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Monica's silent. All right. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote, both eyes closed. You two are like a dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy. It's just...
I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. Monica leans and smiles and snaps back. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too.
I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's not like that.
I almost see a slight sadness in her eyes.
I'm just getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Well, all right. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
All right, let's take a look.
Whoa. I literally have chills. I was not expecting that. The title of this poem is called Save Me. Whoa. The hairs on my arms are sticking straight up right now. Okay. All right, let's get through this poem. Save Me by Monica. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Well, okay. Gamers, y'all still there? Gamers, comment the number 1 if y'all still there.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
And though Monica smiles, it almost looks a bit pained. But she leans over, her arms behind her back, and laughs. Ahaha! I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Ding! The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Ahaha! Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Gamers! I think I'm gonna save real quick. Hold on, let me go ahead and get the save going on here. Empty slot, boom. All right, back to it. This is a little spooky. I'm feeling something weird. Or when something unexpected. I'm breaking character. Hold up, let me get back into Monica mode. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Monica's smile drops. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. Gamers, this is not okay. Gamers, this is not okay. Okay. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Natsuki wonders. Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Yuri pops up. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. A focused look. Don't worry so much, Monica interjects. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the events. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Puh. Yuri looks mortified. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori pops over.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Monica says concerned. Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? Natsuki protests. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a school of people like that. I agree with Natsuki, Yuri says. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. Monica stops Sayori from speaking. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. Monica's eyes closed, standing in between Natsuki and Yuri. Natsuki is quiet. But, Monica starts. I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same, she says confidently. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, says Sayori. It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself, she chants. Finding new horizons. And having fun. The crowd goes wild. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki is quiet. Yuri is quiet.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe. Natsuki starts and pauses.
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. Natsuki submits. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right, Sayori chirps. Phew, Monica says. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri's head is turned to the side, facing Monica. She is silent.
Yuri dejectively glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Thanks, everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, Monica starts again. Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is so sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Sayori asks. Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Gotta get some paper noises. There we go, she's flipping away. How y'all like that, gamers? Is that cool?
She then stands behind the podium.
Okay, and I should probably say it again, just in case. I don't know what Monica has up her sleeve.
She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes her recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example, Monica says while Sayori stares at her in disbelief. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next,
says Yuri. And gamers, I'm actually going to stop this episode here. If you are interested in seeing how Yuri goes in front of the class, make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to like this video. Show me how y'all are feeling. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure to rate the podcast. Give it 5 stars if you're really feeling it. Leave a comment on the episodes there as well. And you can also find the podcast on Apple. So, with that being said, I hope y'all gamers have a good day, have a good night, have a good time, and I will be talking to y'all real soon with some more content. See you gamers. Bye.